We have with us Dr. Sinan Ciddi from the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. What are the chances that Russia will be able to bring Turkey and Syria together?
So it's still unknown, and we've been expecting to see what President Assad's basic response to a request to meet with Erdogan would be, and it's obviously not positive. We've also known that the two leaders aren't too necessarily interested in meeting with one another. Therefore, right now it's very unclear as to what it will take, but it's clear the Syrian side is being very sort of determined that in order for anything to happen to sort of get negotiations or just meetings going, that they want a quid pro quo, which is essentially they want Turkish forces and all military sort of establishment from the region removed before they will even consider meeting with Erdogan.
Right. Now, this mini summit in Moscow is delayed for technical reasons, they said. But I want to ask you about Turkey. Turkey with Russia and Iran. Where is this going? It's a NATO member.
I mean, you asked the million-dollar question. This is exactly it. Look, the United States is not thrilled about the Turks trying to essentially meet with the Syrians for one reason or another. They just do not want the Turks giving legitimacy to the Assad regime. The Turks think they can be essentially a Russia whisperer or essentially an Iran whisperer. We just had President Erdogan's senior spokesman in Washington over the last 48 hours. Trying to sort of lay out the Erdogan government's vision for the future ahead in a whole range of portfolios, including sort of Russia, Iran, and the Ukraine war. They're expecting to stay in power, as far as I can see, after the May 14 election. And so they're essentially trying to give this message that they are the main interlocutors, I think, between sort of some major adversaries vis-a-vis the United States and the West in general. So I think Erdogan's trying to sing up this card.
Speaking of NATO, Turkish officials were quoted as saying that Finland will be approved, not Sweden, though. Where is this going?
So the Turks have taken quite a sort of interesting position by trying to say, look, we're not a spoiler in the Western military alliance, that is NATO. We're willing to press ahead with Finland's membership simply because that basically demonstrates that Ankara is not being totally sort of objectionist and recalcitrant. They will allow the Finns to essentially become full members, saying, and on the one side, that the Swedes still have a bit of homework to do. What we're expecting is basically that sometime after the May 14 elections, assuming that Erdogan wins, then he may essentially move on Swedish membership shortly at or shortly after the Vilnius summit of NATO.
Right. Dr. Sinan Ciddi, thank you very much.
Thank you.